Hello, my name's Boz Boorer and I play guitar with Morrissey. Going to go through some of my pedals. One that I used to use all the time that I use a little more sparingly now is the DM2. I have that set as a Rockabilly Delay, which is a short, about 150, 160 millisecond with 2 or 3 repeats. Whatever the riff is, it's something like that. But that's Certain People I Know, it's a Morrissey song. That's, the guitaring's very much like Ride a White Swan by T-Rex. But I played the original on a Gretsch and with the finger picking with no plectrum. So it has that... all basic chord shapes with a bit of a drone on the top G and a basic bass line on it. So next up is a TR Tremolo, the TR2 Tremolo. I tend to use that on as effect mainly and on the end of certain songs. Definitely with the Polecats, I'd use it on Mary Celeste. I'll probably have a little faster than that and maybe a little bit more depth. Gives it that 60s ghostly thing. I'd also have some reverb on it as well. Reverb 3 pedal, it's the one I use at the moment. Moving on from that, there's always a driver in. I don't use it all the time. I usually have a clean sound, which is always compressed. But I tend to use an overdrive more than a fuzz. And I have 2 of those, one set louder and more distorted than the other. I always have the Acoustic Simulator in. I experimented a few times. I used to have it going through an amp, but I found it was too unreliable. So now we just have the Acoustic Simulator straight from the guitar. It goes DI'd straight into the board, and I have a little of it back through the monitors. And it just fills in a little bit of the top end on the sounds, because normally when I record songs, I will double track the electric rhythm with an acoustic rhythm. And it's quite hard to replicate on stage with only 2 guitarists. Another effect I use is the Flanger. There's the BF2, and that's used on Jack the Ripper at a very slow rate to get the rising and falling of the chord sequence. I can't actually show it to you now though, unfortunately. One of the newer pedals I've just got my hands on is the RT20, the Rotary Ensemble, which I've had a lot of fun with. And I'm using it at the end of tracks for it's a Leslie simulator, and I love it when like the old Roland Jet Face, it had a slow fast button, and you can slow down or speed up the effect, which has a nice and then once it's full speed, then you can slow it back down. Which I find particularly pleasing at the end of songs. And I use that on an organ sound on the guitar, and also use it during the end of a song called Meet His Murder, along with the new vibrato pedal as well, which I'm having a lot of fun with as well. One of the pedals I got about 25 years ago was the super feedbacker and distortion pedal, which is a good distortion box anyways, but it has this extra hold, like a latching effect when you hold the pedal in, and it's brilliant at the end of songs because it will give you a sympathetic feedback note to the chord you play. But if you play more than one note, as the velocity decreases, the note it gives you changes. So it would be like this. like that, which I find quite nice. I've not used it for a while, but I've just brought it back in, so I'll be exploring it once again. It's a great pedal. One of the most sought after overdrives that Boss made was the OD1. I think they got the playing right when they did the first one. It's very simple, but the sound is excellent. I've got one in my board. It just does. There's a level and an overdrive. It just does what it says. And they went up in value because they were so good. As a lot of those old pedals were the Spectrum and the Slow Gear, the Dimension D pedal. I prefer the rack mount myself. But I'm very pleased with Boss over the years. They've served me very well, and I'm very happy to make this film for them. Thank you very much.